So OLED MacBook Pros are on the horizon, but they might not be released as soon as you expect. We want to share all the details about this and give you the latest information on the M5 MacBook Pros. Recently, we saw the launch of the M4, M4 Pro, and M4 Max versions in the 14 and 16-inch MacBook Pros. Many people believe this is probably the biggest leap we've seen in MacBook Pros since the M1. When we compare the evolution from M1 to M2, M2 to M3, and M3 to M4, this has been the most impressive change since Apple switched from Intel to Apple Silicon. It's been exciting to witness, but as many of you are already asking what will the M5 be like, when can we expect it, and will we see a new MacBook Pro with an OLED screen? Let's dive into these details, starting with the OLED display. Leaks about OLED displays have been circulating since around 2022. One old article mentions that the iPad Pros were the first to receive OLED displays, which as we now know in 2024 actually happened. The 11 and 13-inch iPad Pros now feature tandem OLED displays. The article also predicts that the MacBook Pros will be next, followed by the MacBook Airs. This timeline makes sense because in the past, Apple followed a similar pattern with the Mini LED. Mini LED was first introduced in the iPad Pro and later made its way to the MacBook Pro. So it seems logical that Apple would follow this strategy with OLED displays as well. Fast forward to 2024, and recent articles suggest that OLED MacBook Pros might not be released until another year or two. Honestly, this makes sense, especially considering that the M4 series is still ongoing. If you take a look at the next leak from Mark Gurman, you'll notice that at the end of the roadmap, the final chip we can expect is the M4 Ultra. He also mentions that it's most likely the M4 Ultra will appear in the Mac Studio around the summer of 2025. This points to WWDC, though he specifies that the M4 Ultra will likely be introduced in the second half of 2025 for the Mac Pro. There's a chance the Mac Pro could have a new design, but we can't be sure yet. The important detail is that the M4 Ultra won't launch with the Mac Studio. Now, if the M4 Ultra is expected in the Mac Pro by late 2025, around October or November, it would be strange to see the M5 introduced right after. The earliest we could see the M5 might be in 2026, and this is likely when we could see a new iPad Pro, though it might not feature a design overhaul. Instead, the M5 chip would probably power the new iPad Pro. By late 2026 or possibly summer 2027, we could see OLED panels integrated into the MacBook Pro 14-inch and 16-inch models. A leak from May 2024 indicated this could happen in 2026, but a more recent article suggests it might be delayed until 2027. Another leak has since emerged, saying 2026 or 2027 is still the likely timeline. Maybe this is a strong possibility. The M5 could debut in early 2026 with an iPad Pro, followed by other devices like the Mac Mini and iMac later in the same year. It's also possible that the new OLED MacBook Pros could arrive at the end of 2026 or even in early 2027, potentially around January. After all, we've seen MacBook Pro releases in January before, such as the M2 models with the M2 Pro and M2 Max, which launched in January 2023, so it's entirely plausible that this timeline could be accurate. Now let's talk about the M5, M5 Pro, and M5 Max. What about things like the cores and other technical details? Honestly, we are not diving too deep into specifics since it's still very early. The one thing we do know for sure is that Apple is planning to develop a new 2nm process with TSMC. This technology could be used in the upcoming MacBooks, making the next generation of chips more efficient. This could lead to even better battery life than what we have now. Plus, this could allow for more cores to be added, which would help maintain or slightly improve battery life while making the system faster. It'll be exciting to see these advancements in the M5, M5 Pro, and M5 Max possibly arriving in 2026. However, we haven't heard much about the design of the new MacBook Pro just yet. That's why the renders you're hearing right now look similar to the current M4 version of the MacBook Pro, just with an M5 label. Until we get more information about design changes, this is what we have to go with for now. If we do hear anything new about these designs, we'll be sure to update you all right away. And if you want to stay informed on when these new MacBook Pros will be released, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. That's all for this video, so if you enjoyed it, please hit the like button. Until next time, take care and see you soon. Bye-bye.